Oh,
You're all right.
sorry.
Sort of put it out there, and I believe there's some tables open up front.
Questions? Nick, Jeremy, and me. And I do want to say I cannot be more excited to be here. I waited about a year to tell this story in front of a UO crowd. I've told this story a lot so far, but never in front of a group of players who have been asking for, hopefully asking for what we've been building for the last little while. And this is all about you guys. It's about the UO team and Electronic Arts and Mythic getting together and investing in the future of Ultima Online. And you guys are the future of online. You guys are the reason the game is almost 10 years old. You're the guys, you're the reason why we're working hard back in Redwood City and in Virginia and in Austin to make this next thing and to build another 10 years ago. So thanks for coming and thanks for playing UO. I just want to make sure I said that before we do the PowerPoints and demonstration. Thanks. A hand. I really. Right. So off we go. Without me stumbling over the fly. Oh, I almost forgot. We have an important bit of news to get out of the way before we actually get started. There's a big announcement. Here's our first big announcement. Now, you guys might have noticed that there's been a small leak from our Japanese friends, and you might know some things you should know. So pretend you don't know. Act very surprised when we get to the end of the slideshow, but just ignore all that. I do want to make one big announcement. It's about dwarves. Everyone loves dwarves, right? Yeah? You guys like dwarves? I'm very sorry. That was Jeremy Dahlberg's joke, everybody. Jeremy Dahlberg. That was their idea. Begin again with Kingdom Reborn. Kingdom Reborn, as you guys all have learned, quick overview of Kingdom Reborn. Redraws the entire world, tile for tile, with more color, more depth, more resolution. In what we're calling a 2.5D engine. It's a 2D engine that takes advantage of 3D special effects and other stuff. It's a bit of a technical trickery to make UO still look like UO, but with a lot of fancy stuff to make spells look better, water look better, fire look better. The world's going to look better. Adds a very, very powerful new interface. This new interface basically, hopefully, the idea is to reduce the number of clicks it takes to do one thing in UO. But sometimes things take 4 or 5 clicks. Sometimes menus aren't where they're supposed to be. Sometimes you have to write fairly complex macro to do a very simple task. This interface hopefully gets rid of all of that. What you're going to see is a very early draft of it. There's a lot more work to do, but we sort of laid the foundation for what we're going to build on as far as the interface. We're also building a brand new player experience. So you guys are our best marketing people. You guys are the best new player experience. Everyone who comes into UO basically is brought in by a friend. Friends bring in friends, and that's the way UO works. That's the way all MMORPGs work. But we want to make it easier for you guys to bring friends in, and that's all about the new player experience. So there's going to be better tutorials. Right ahead, Dark Stripe demo is me and Nick on Legacy and me on Kingdom Reborn going through an adventure together. We're in the same land, doing the same things, interacting together. It just so happens that I'm playing on Kingdom Reborn and he's playing there. So it's a brand new client and it's free. You're just going to download it and it's going to work great. Then Stage of This comes out later. Now, if you could, I know you guys want to ask a lot of questions about both things, and you're going to see some things on screen you want to ask questions about. Save Stage of This questions for later. And I want to say right up front, we're not going to answer all the questions. In fact, maybe not even most of the questions later. So please forgive the unfinished bits. And with that, normally I say, with that, Dragonhead, ho!
My liege.
But unfortunately, Dragonhead can't be with us. All right. So before I get started, are there any questions about anything, any of that, before we actually look at Kingdom Reborn? This is obviously not Kingdom Reborn. I did want to remind everyone, I'm sure you already know, this is Kingdom, this is Ultima Online right now. Okay. There I am. This is the Admiral Darkscribe. You'll remember your interface, your map tool, your status bar, and lots of interface buttons. All right, we're going to start our adventure in Brit Bank. I will now log out. Yes. Good your sound, is it? You'll notice I'm no longer on a horse. I'm actually on a horse. He just happens to be invisible at the moment. Keenan Reborn is not in the horses right now. Keenan Reborn also doesn't do doors all that well right now. We're going for a Star Trek kind of feel. Kind of works. Let's go. We go north, traveling from the town of Britain. I'm sure everyone recognizes all of this. Notice right away it is, and it looks way better on this screen than that screen. I really hate projectors. It's the only way to show it to a big room. And the people taking video, just for the record, it looks way better on my screen right now. But it looks pretty good so far, I think. A lot more texture. You'll see that we have a cool thing called grunge mapping, so we get rid of a lot of tiling. We blend tiles together so it looks more random, it's a little weathered, a little worn. You'll notice a lot of people without pants because we haven't drawn the pants yet. This is on Felucca. Right now, the only land that works in Kingdom Reborn is Felucca. So that means if I accidentally attack one of the NPCs, I will get in trouble. But try to show you a little bit. That's the NPC's paper doll. The paper doll is a very, very early version. Right now, we haven't added titles yet. You'll notice that there's a clothing tab and an armor tab. Armor is going to have a place for items, wearables that have stats, and clothing is for decor and role-playing only. So you're going to switch back and forth and how you love it. And then there's lots more things we're going to do with the paper doll, but that's the first iteration. This is the new inventory. We're going to have a few different. I'm sorry. Oh, more volume? I'm sorry. Hold. Hello. Hello. Oh. I can turn it down here.
We're about to get some really loud areas.
Oh, that's true. Okay. So inventory is going to be all drag and drop, and we aren't quite done with this either, but there's going to be lots of sorting tools and stacking tools and things to manipulate your inventory. And you can drag and drop back and forth from your paper doll, and that'll all work just fine. You'll notice the hotbar. When we get into it, you'll be able to open up your hotbar, open up your spell book, and there's a little button where certain spells disappear. You can drag and drop spells into your hotbar, and you could use them. And then the hotbar is obviously a hotkey, 1 through 12, and then we're going to have stackable hotbars, so you can have many hotbars on the screen at once. It's going to make combat a lot faster. It means if you decide to set an order of spells that you like, you can do it right away, but if you change your mind, you can change your mind right away as well. As well as I have bandages in my hotbar and healing. You can have any potions or bandages or usable items in your hotbar as well. Alright, so that's some of the basics. Let's see what combat looks like. Oh, show off the lighting a little bit. When the light goes there, when it gets night, we have lighting. Again, it's nice to take advantage of some 3D technology so we get better effects overall. Turn the light back up. That is a bird. I don't know.
I like the cat.
The sound system is a work in progress, as almost all things. So the balancing is way off. This is the first iteration of the sound system as well. Remember that sound? That's the skeletons. It's the macadamia nuts in the can. That joke's my hit for you, everybody. There's a ghoul. There's the brand new cow. It's very large. Turn it down? Yeah. Yeah, the balancing is way off. It's not sensing where I am and how close the monsters are. Very close. Yeah. There's the palm.